Hello, my friend. A very blessed Wednesday, January 29th, 2025, to you and to yours. I pray that this finds you well from wherever and whenever you are tuning in. And the message for today is actually in the form of a question. Can these dry bones live again? Now, it's a beautiful day out here in Kansas City. It's crazy to imagine that I'm outside walking, but it's because it feels like a heat wave today. Just a little over a week ago, this same time last week, we were at minus 10 degrees. The temperature today, 48 degrees. So it feels like summer, and that's why I'm taking a leisurely stroll. But anyway, this message of can these dry bones live again is actually inspired by what you're seeing in the background. All these trees that for all practical purposes look dead. And so let me ask you the questions. Will these trees that look dead, will they look alive, or will they live again? And my guess is, the biology, yes, they will. Because while from the outside it looks like they are dead and there's nothing happening, there is an internal life force that is operating in these trees. And stick around just a couple months and you will see the green and they will look alive again. Now, I share this as a follow-up to a post that I posted a couple of days ago, encouraging you and I to embrace childlike faith in 2025. You see, you and I and every child is born with an internal awareness of the greatness that is within us. That is why no matter where you go in the world, whether you go to the richest country or the most impoverished, and you find a child, an innocent child, and you ask them what they want to be, they will tell you something great. I remember for me it was, when I grow up, I want to become a doctor or a pilot. I thought big in spite of the limitations that were present in my life externally. What did you want to be or do or have when you grew up? Chances are that you too had dreams. But you see, as you and I grow up, life starts to speak to us a different truth. Adults and people in our lives that we look up to, they start to speak to us a different truth and project upon us their own limitations. And we start to, if you will, become less naive and embrace reality, quote unquote, reality. But you see, these trees look dead. That's an external reality. It's a fact. They look lifeless. Reality. But that's only half the story. That's only half the reality, because inside is a life force that is bigger than the external reality of deadness that you and I can see. And I came here, my brother, my sister, to remind you that no matter what the circumstances look like in your life externally, I'm not refusing them. I'm not asking you to minimize them or to ignore them. It's a reality. But I came to tell you that there's a greater reality, because greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. Inside you is a reality of a being that is created in the very image of God, with power to transcend any external obstacle. You see, the same power that raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. Ephesians 3:20 continues to tell us that He is able to do exceedingly above, more than you and I can ask, think, dream, or imagine. So, my brother, my sister, I'm asking you to acknowledge the challenges that you may face outside of yourself. Yes. But I'm asking you to become more aware of the greatness inside you. That awareness that you had once as a child. That in which you know that you know that you know you're more powerful than anything that you may face. So I shared the story of my own son and how I tap into the power of his childlike faith. And we say some affirmations every morning, and how I've seen that transform not just his life, but also transform my life. So my son Zeke is named after the prophet Ezekiel. And the classic story of Ezekiel is found in Ezekiel 37, where God took him to a valley of dry bones and he asked him, can these bones live again? And Ezekiel said, Lord, you know. Smart answer. And so maybe that's the question that I'm asking you today. Will the dry bones or the perceived dry bones in your life, can they live again? And are you willing to tap again into that childlike faith? The kind of faith that Jesus says is a prerequisite if you and I are going to enter heaven. But you know what? While we wait to go to that beautiful home in the blue, in the sweet by and by, why not have that childlike faith to be, to do, and to have everything that God has ordained for us to be while we are in this earth? And maybe, just maybe, we can create a little heaven down here. Embrace that childlike faith. And remember, God is your portion. God is great. You are great. Go be great. Let's get it in 2025. Until next time, God be with you and bless you. Bye-bye.